Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back to the Touring Experience. Mi nombre es Alan, and I'm honored to be your Spanish teacher. In this video, I'll introduce you to the two categories that will help you better understand Spanish nouns and their gender, and to the most important sets of rules, or patterns, of feminine and masculine nouns. As you can see in the title, this is the second part of the lesson on feminine and masculine nouns. In the last video, we talked about the easiest way to know a noun's gender. The article that precedes it. El, la, un, una. I also told you that I don't recommend you to study all the patterns that are supposed to help you guess a noun's gender, because they're just patterns, not rules, and for each of them there are lots of exceptions. In my opinion, you'll just be more confused and waste time you could spend on learning new words. So, in this video we'll focus on the key, simple patterns that will really help you a lot. First, we need to understand that there are two different categories when it comes to the gender of Spanish nouns. We'll call them living and non-living things. When nouns stand for some living creatures, it makes sense that they have a gender, right? Obviously, boy is masculine, while girl is feminine. And the same goes for father and mother, brother and sister, and so on. Take a look at the following table.
El niño, la niña, el amigo, la amiga, el oso, la osa, el gato, la gata.
Did you notice that masculine words usually end in o, while feminine words usually end in a? As always, there's some exceptions, but this simple pattern works most of the time. Now, you might be wondering if every living thing has a gender in Spanish. Are there specific words for male and female birds? The word for bird, regardless of the gender or species, is masculine. El pájaro, un pájaro. And the word for ant is feminine. La hormiga, una hormiga. Of course, there are distinctions between male and female animals. But while some of them have one word for each gender, like gato and gata, or in a few cases, completely different words, like caballo and yegua, some others have just one word, and that word has just one gender. Like in the case of a bird, un pájaro. The noun pájaro is always masculine. However, you can specify its gender by adding the words macho or hembra. Un pájaro macho. Un pájaro hembra. So how do you know if an animal has one word for each gender or the same word for both?
Okay. Un gato, una gata, un perro, una perra, un oso, una osa, un caballo, una caballa. Wait a second. Caballa? It doesn't sound right. Caballo, caballa. I don't like it. What about mare? Mara. No, that's not original. Oh, I know. Yegua. Una yegua. Hormiga. Is it a male or a female ant? Well, hormiga ends in a. So let's just say it's una hormiga. If ever someone discovers a way to know its gender, then they will just add the words macho or hembra to make the difference. And what about that one? Pájaro. Well, it ends in o. So we'll say un pájaro. Oh, but what about all the animals whose gender is hard to guess and that end in neither o nor a? You know what? I don't care anymore. Let Spanish teachers and learners struggle with that, not me.
There's no real rule for this, but what I've noticed is that if the gender of an animal is quite obvious, and I don't mean obvious to a veterinary, but to anyone, then there's probably a word for each gender. Un perro, una perra. And if the gender isn't so obvious, then most of the time that animal will have just one word for both masculine and feminine. Un pájaro macho, un pájaro hembra. Again, this isn't an exact rule, and even native speakers make mistakes with this sometimes. So don't be ashamed to ask about the gender of each new word you learn. I know all of these can be confusing, so I hope you can watch this lesson again to make sure you got everything. And leave us a comment if you have any questions. In the next lesson, we'll talk about the rest of the useful rules and about the second category, non-living things. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Challenge them to learn with you. And don't forget to download our free Spanish cheat sheet and MP3, Essential Spanish Travel Words and Phrases, our gift for you for being here and to encourage you to create more amazing learning experiences for yourself. Just click the link in the description below and subscribe to our channel for weekly Spanish lessons, travel videos and tips, cultural information, and more. Gracias y hasta la próxima semana.